Great. Hi, I'm Noah. I'm the Sergeant at Arms here at UGA Toastmasters, and today I will be the general evaluator. So my job is to evaluate the evaluator as well as all of the reporters. Later, I will introduce each reporter and each evaluator, and I will just evaluate the meeting in its entirety, noting the pros and cons, things we could have worked on, things that everyone excelled on. With that being said, can I have our evaluator and each of our reporters introduce themselves and their roles, starting with Courtney?
Hey, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you very well. I heard my name, but did you want me to go ahead and give an evaluation? Okay, perfect. All right, hi everybody. I'm giving an evaluation for Scott on his presentation about Japan surrendering after the atomic bombs. And I thought it was really informative. I always learn so much during your speeches, and I've learned about Pearl Harbor, and I've learned about, the atomic bombs. And just listening to your speech, it was crazy to think that an atomic bomb like that, even if it was a huge abuse of power by the user, is not enough to end a war, that it takes so much more than that for that to happen. And I didn't know that there was actually more casualties in Japan, Tokyo. So that was really interesting. Some things that I thought you did really good. I enjoy your use of questions throughout your presentation. I really think it helps guide the audience's thought process, and I really think that helps. I also really enjoy some of the transition phrases you use. So you'll say like, what else is interesting, or what's interesting about that? And I really enjoy that. I think it's a great transition phrase to use, and I think it really appeals to the audience as well. In terms of things that you could improve on, you have a really good vocal variety. I think when you're telling the story and talking about the history, but there are some times where you could maybe take it a little bit further. When you're talking about the damage that's done, you could maybe just kind of emphasize that, that was really sad, or how impactful that was, and use your vocal variety to really kind of emphasize those parts of your speeches. And then of course, another improvement could be just practicing and breathing. And I always do power poses before presentations. And sometimes that can really help with filler words. I say a ton, and sometimes just doing a power pose beforehand will kind of just help build my confidence and prevent me from using as many filler words. But overall, I thought it was a really good speech. I learned a ton. Great job.
Thank you so much, Courtney. Very detailed explanation. Next, we're going to start with our reporters, our Grammarian, Sourin, our Archon, Preciosa, and our timer, Kaylee. So starting with Sourin, could you give us your reports?
Thank you, Noah. So overall, I saw that everybody used their grammar well. I liked how many people really brought in their own vocabulary words that really highlighted their own speeches. For example, Justin used demonstrable and talked about the various tools and things like that, which I found really good. I found, for example, Scott used the word Edwardian, which is pretty high level vocabulary right there. I saw that Slate used the instrument theremin. I didn't actually know what that was, so I had to Google that and found out, as Slate said, it is in fact an instrument. For a second there, I thought he was like making stuff, but no, it's actually an instrument. So kudos to you for picking such an exotic instrument. And then Preciosa for bringing up brats and like the baby fat curses and things, which is like pop culture. And I felt like it was a really great use of grammar and like vocabulary, because we don't really see too many pop culture references being used. So I really enjoyed that. And Kaylee talked about the various scales and pitches and a lot of these music terminologies, which I greatly enjoyed in her table topics. But yeah, overall, I think we each really brought forth like the vocabulary that we needed to get our speech across. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sourin. Very detailed explanation as well.
Wait, no, I
Next,
forgot to say one thing. Scott used the
Mhm.
word as well. Scott used endemic. So sorry.
yes, he did. Perfect. Next, can we have our all counter give their reports? Preciosa.
Right. Thank you, Noah. I overall think everyone did a great job trying to maintain as few filler words as possible. And even if you have used filler words, I really didn't think it was a problem. Most speeches, if not all speeches actually, that I've heard today were very efficient and very informative without being too like spaced out. So Noah, as Toastmaster, you haven't used really any filler words. It's just when you were speaking for table topics, it started to pop up, but it wasn't a main like distraction. Slate, as president, you only gave one filler word, and it was So Scott, for your main speech, you did really great. I thought it was really informative, and I learned something new today, and I always appreciate learning something new. And your filler words are okay, right, and so. Tricia, as table topics, you did a really great job today, and your filler words are well, like, yeah, I mean, you know, and yeah. Justin, yours is so and kinda. Corson is Corson here. Okay, we can say Corson. Sourin, your filler words are so and Scott. Oh, Scott, again, for your table topics, your filler word is okay. Courtney, yours is and so, and. Myself, I will include myself because I have been using filler words, are going to be some some uhs, and. Kaylee, yours is so, I mean, honestly, and or you know. Logan, great job on your speech. Yours is okay, like, and yes, so. And Noah, for your table topics, both of your speeches, your filler words were just like, so, and yes, so. And that is it. I don't have anything else to add. Great job, everyone.
Thank you so much, Preciosa. Very detailed explanation as well. You have good ears. I did not hear all of those, but thank you so much. With that being said, thank you, Courtney, and our three reporters, Sourin, Preciosa, and Kaylee. With that, oh, did Kaylee go yet? Oh, Kaylee did not. I'm so sorry, Kaylee. Kaylee, can I bring you to the stage as timer to present your times as well? I'm so sorry. I almost forgot about you.
That's fine, of course. Okay, so for my report as timer, just a couple of things to say. So for the most part, everybody was in their time range. For speaker one, Scott, you just went a little bit over, about 23 seconds over 7 minutes. But because it was so interesting, your topic, I think it's fine. I was very intrigued about everything that you're talking about. For table topics, there was one person, Noah, who who finished his speech in like exactly at 1 minute, and I thought that was interesting. But yes, everybody finished their speeches under the 2-minute range, except for Preciosa. But I really liked how Preciosa had so much to say about the brat purses. I could totally relate to that too. So that was really interesting. Let's see. And Courtney, you were also within your time, which is 2 to 3 minutes, and you were perfectly at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's all I have to say as timer. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Kaylee. Yeah, I've been practicing to reach that 1 minute mark. No, I'm joking. I think it was just luck this time. But thank you so much, Kaylee. So now that our reporters have gave the reports, I will do my job and evaluate the meeting in its entirety. So starting off from the beginning of the meeting, we were a few minutes behind time, but that is fine as we had a few new people to show up. But other than that, I feel like this meeting was very, very good. Everyone was very confident. Everyone spoke very clearly. There were no interruptions in regards to the internet. We didn't have any technical difficulties that I noticed. And just the confidence I love from everyone. I want to give a special kudos out to Scott with his speech. Scott, from the day I met him, he has been getting better with his speech every day. I met him in accounting like maybe a year ago. And ever since then, he's just gotten way much better. Today, I noticed that although he didn't have a variety of vocal tones like Courtney said, it was very clear and it was very thorough, and that's something that I like, and he's getting really good at it. So good job, kudos to Scott. And he also used the word of the day, which is another kudos. Tricia, your table topics were once again awesome. I like the way that you were able to somehow finesse table topics again. You had a deck of cards, which is really cool. I've never seen a deck of table topics before, so that was really cool. I was thinking of actually ordering it maybe for a game or something, so that's cool. Going to table topics, I wanted to talk about a few things such as Slate, talking about the cool instrument called the theremin. I've actually never heard of that before, and so I looked that up as well. That was really cool. Preciosa, thank you for reminding us about the terrible brand Baby Fat. That was just very exciting, you know. I grew up with 4 sisters, so unfortunately I lived through that moment, and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. So thank you for reminding us about that. That was fun as well. And last but not least, I want to evaluate our reporters, Courtney, Sourin, Preciosa, and Kaylee. Starting with Courtney, you had a very detailed evaluation. You are our evaluator for Scott, not a reporter, so I want to correct that. But Courtney, very detailed evaluation. I like the way how you was able to tell Scott the things that he did really well on, as well as the things that he needed to work on, such as his vocal variety. I thought that was very good. I also like the way that she was able to note the different details and the different facts in his speech, a few that I missed. And so that was really good as well. It shows that you were listening, you were very attentive, and you was paying attention, which is really good as an evaluator. Going to our reporters, Sourin as grammarian, thank you for that as well. I sort of have one little thing. I sort of got lost during your grammarian report. I think you sort of got off topic a little bit, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. But I would say to try and stay a little bit more on topic about the grammarian. I guess it's Slate's fault for bringing up the theremin instrument, but that's fine. It's absolutely fine. And last but not least, or second to last, is Preciosa, our counter. Thank you so much for that as well. Yours was very detailed. You were able to note all of the ahs and ifs and buts from everyone, which is really good. And last but not least is Kaylee. Thank you so much as a timer. This was your first time, right? Good job. Thank you so much. I'm surprised I was able to hit that 1 minute mark. So thank you for that as well. With that being said, this was once again an awesome meeting. And I know it was nice to meet everyone and see everyone and just hear everyone's beautiful voices and their confidence in their voices. And with that being said, I will pass it on to Slate Nations, our Toastmasters and president.
Thank you, Noah. Especially like you mentioned that you are passing it back to Toastmaster. I know doing double duty there can get confusing, but we have it all straight. So just awesome meeting. I'm now going to go into a couple things as my role as president. Gonna kind of do them both as Toastmaster and President, close out the meeting. Gonna go through role signups first, get that out of the way. And I'm gonna do my notes on the meeting, closing remarks, announcements, and introduce our guest. So here we go. So first, I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna sign up for roles for next meeting. Okay, my screen should be shared. This is for any guests or members that need a reminder. This is our role sign-up sheet. The link for this can be found in our bio, and we share it in the group me occasionally. That's the bio of our group me. And it's just a Google Sheets that's free to edit. You can go in there and sign up for the roles, all the roles you saw on the agenda today. Toastmaster, Table Topics Master, Past Your First Speech, General Evaluator, and Evaluators. All need to be a paid member, but as a guest, you can give your first intro speech and fulfill any of the reporter roles. So with that said, how this goes, I will just go down the role, asking if anyone would like to fill it, and you can interrupt me if you want a particular role. So,
Slate?
Yes, Justin.
Yeah, I will do speech next week, and I can do table topics in 2 weeks.
Sounds great. Justin. All right, I got you down for both those. Awesome. Love that. Being ambitious. And who would like to be the Toastmaster for next meeting? That's the role I did today. You will lead the meeting and make sure everything stays on track and pass off each speaking role.
I can do Toastmaster next week.
Okay. Courtney will be our Toastmaster. Would anyone like to do table topics for next week?
I can do table topics, or the Sourin. Do you want to do it?
Oh, I was gonna sign up to be an evaluator.
That works. So Noah, want to be table topics master?
Mhm.
Great. And you said you want to be a evaluator for a speaker?
Yeah.
Sourin?
Yeah, and then I was gonna say I can sign up for GE next week and then a speech the following week.
Sounds great. And I was already signed up for speaker 1. So we still need at least one more evaluator and our reporter roles. So is anyone, Logan, would you like to go ahead and sign up for a reporter role for next week? Get involved in the meeting?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, which role interests you? You need a reminder what they are?
I do timer.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great. We can explain the specifics again before the meeting next Monday. So Logan will be timer. Preciosa, would you like a role for next meeting?
I can't make it.
That's correct, yeah. So you're kind of every other week for Mondays, right? Yes, that is correct.
Can I be grammarian or word master?
Kaylee?
Yes.
Okay. And I think that is everyone. Did I miss Scott? Do you want a particular role? Did you want to be an evaluator, give another speech, or be odd counter?
Well, for next week, let's see. For next week and for now sleep, I could be another evaluator if that's okay with you guys.
That works great. Okay, thank you, everyone. That went very smoothly. I'll stop sharing my screen and move on to my next topic, which will be my notes on the meeting. So just like our general evaluator did, Noah was very thorough. So I loved how he touched on pretty much every aspect of the meeting. I love doing general evaluator myself because it's doing a speech, an entire speech, but impromptu. You have to write or prepare during the meeting. So that's always a fun but difficult task. And you have to be extra attentive to every little bit of the meeting. So I loved how you did mention we started a little bit late. So my one bit of advice is everyone, especially that has a role, make sure you come early. I myself am actually on a different laptop right now because my computer was having troubles. So as soon as I started realizing it was becoming a problem, I started to reach out to Tricia, who's very kind and was able to get the agenda for us because that is the Toastmasters' duty. And with that said, some other quick notes I noticed. Specifically, what made me remember it was Preciosa during your role as all counter. You can always give the feedback for any feedback role because we do record all of our meetings. So that person that left halfway through the meeting can go back and see their feedback still during the recording. So that's one note. Another note is just a reminder of our timer grace period. As you can tell, we vote for table topics, which I'll actually call in at the end of my notes, as well as we vote for best speaker when there's more than one. So the grace period is 30 seconds after the maximum time. And I know Preciosa's was so good and 9 seconds off. We let it count today, which I think it was a good call. But normally 30 seconds. So try and be in that time period. And if you go 0 to 30 seconds over, you're in that grace period. And then quick note, I can't remember if we said it during the grammarian role, but we might have. We normally have this tradition of snapping when the word of the day is said in in-person meetings, which is very fun. But again, with the video and the audio muted, it's hard to see. So we use the thumbs up reaction as a little fun thing. And Scott did a great day using that today. And so I was encouraged to use the word of the day. Those are my main notes. Again, great meeting. Kaylee did great as timer. That can be surprisingly difficult sometimes. You have to be on top of it with that.
It was fun.
Yeah, thank you for that. And last, I'll do announcements before introducing guests. So I have 3 main announcements. One, most of you are part of our group me. Make sure you reach out to us if you aren't, get in our group me. And we have you'll also notice on our agenda, we have a opening for VPE, Vice President of Education. Please reach out or fill out that interest form if you're interested in that. That will be closing shortly. We'll announce that Friday. But do not be discouraged if you do not get that opening for the vacancy, because we will be opening exec committees for education membership and PR to get involved in. So I'm looking very forward to that. Next up, we are having a social. This will be in the online setting still. It's planned to be a very casual, fun, just hang out in the online setting, play some online games. I know we were mentioning possibly Among Us and any other games. So if you guys have any ideas for stuff you can add for that, feel free to shoot us. We're looking to get that hard details out very soon this week, but I'll go ahead and give you a tentative date is October 23rd from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. And we will share that in the group me. And next, this week, Wednesday, so 2 days from now, we do have our Division E Table Topics contest. We don't have one from our club participating, but there are other clubs representing their areas at the division. And so it's a great way to see other clubs participating in table topics. And this one is shorter than the last one. It is only 1 hour and 15 minutes, and I'll actually be a timer for it. So that will be October 14th from 6 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. I look forward to anyone joining me. All right, thank you all for listening to all those announcements and my closing remarks. And last, whenever there's a lot of guests, I love to introduce the officers and let the guests introduce themselves. So I love that we had the whole 12 minutes beforehand to actually do all this and still end on time. So all the officers that are here can introduce themselves real quick and what their role is. So I'll start and we can just popcorn off each other. So I am Slate Nation's president of UGA Toastmasters. And as most presidents, I organize the meeting, fill in for any roles that aren't there for the meeting, and generally represent Toastmasters in all its aspects. So I am a senior in risk management insurance at Terry, and I look forward to everyone learning more about Toastmasters. Tricia, you can go next.
Awesome. Thanks, Slate. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tricia Perez, 3rd year MIS finance major. I am the VP of membership for Student Toastmasters at UGA. And really my role is to help the club grow for those interested in the club. And I also work closely with VP of PR, Tori, who is not here today, and kind of just spreading the word about Toastmasters. Another one of my roles is kind of working closely with VPE. So whoever that is, feel free to apply in the Google form in the group me. But really just helping our members grow and, hopefully qualify and compete in competitions with other Toastmaster clubs, because I've been to a couple as a spectator and they're really fun to watch. So especially those who have either been in Toastmasters for a while, or if you want, you're up for the challenge to test your skills against other people in the org, since we are international. It's a great opportunity. So quick plug with that. And now I will popcorn off to Sourin.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sourin. I'm a second-year computer science major, and I am your guys' secretary. So as secretary, I basically manage the records and keep track of, for example, membership and generally just the data for the club. So I also run the YouTube page, actually. So I have a lot of these meetings recorded and up on YouTube. So if you ever want to see yourself speak, or see if you want to improve your body language or something like that, you can hit up our YouTube channel and find your speech. Thank you. And I'd like to popcorn Noah, if he's still here.
Yes, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Noah Kuranga. I'm a fourth-year management major here at UGA. I am the Sergeant at Arms in the UGA Toastmasters organization. My job is to open and close the meetings, as well as introduce everyone and just give a great introduction to the meeting and host it and just be the perfect host. That is me, that is my job, and I love to do it. So thank you everyone for coming. Who can I popcorn to next? Is that everyone? Scott? Okay, I'll popcorn to Scott.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for that, Noah. Hey there, you guys. Pardon me for the pacing, but hey, my name's Scott Alexander. I'm a fourth-year accounting student here at the Terry College of Business. And what I do in Toastmasters, I'm the club's treasurer. Basically, what that involves is me working with Tricia and with Slate, our VP of Membership and President, as far as managing the club's finances, and also, if we were meeting in person, we were going to work out a partnership with some local restaurants to hopefully bring some food to the meetings. So hopefully when things get a little bit normal again, when we can, I can tell, Tricia, that we can start going back to campus on person. Hopefully that's something Tricia and Slate and I are going to work out, is bringing food, though. But aside from those duties as treasurer, I'm open to any general questions you guys may have about the club, and look forward to getting to know you all some more. So back to you.
Yes, thank you, Scott. That is a great thing to lead off on. All of us are always welcome to anything Toastmasters related. So always, all five of us officers that introduced ourselves. The one officer that is not here today is Tori. She's our VP of PR, Public Relations, and she is everything advertising, promotion, engaging with members, and she's awesome. So I can't wait for you guys to meet her as well. And that only leaves introducing our guests. Now, Kaylee, can you remind me, did you get a chance to introduce yourself, or would you like to introduce yourself?
I can't remember, but I can introduce myself now. Hi guys, I'm Kaylee Kim. I'm a vocal performance major. I'm a second year. Is there anything else I should say?
Oh yeah, let me, I think you did introduce yourself, now that I remember, but for our other guests, you can go ahead and say your name, major, year, what you thought about the meeting, and how you heard about Toastmasters.
Okay, so I guess just those last two questions. So I was actually, I entered the group meet last year, but I never actually came. So, but I mean, with everything kind of being inside, this was kind of the perfect moment for me. So yeah, I'm glad I did come. And when I think about it, I think it's a lot of fun. So I'm excited to, so I just became a real member. So, which is you just pay the fees and I can get started on my pathway. So I'm really excited to pick one and start my journey on that.
Yeah, thank you, Kaylee. Thanks for that shout out to becoming a member in Pathways. You did just become that. And we will plan a membership induction, actually, hopefully for next month during November. So for everyone, looking forward to that. But thank you for introducing yourself. That leaves Logan. Can you go and introduce yourself? And for a reminder, you can just say your name, what's your major, year, how you heard about us, and what you thought about the meeting today.
Okay, my name is Logan Whitley. I'm a third-year computer science major, and I heard about you guys through the UGA calendar of events, and yeah, I really enjoyed being in this meeting.
Cool, thanks, man. I'm glad that works out. That was courtesy of our Tori VPPR getting that up there for us. It's awesome that that's working out. That we are only 4 minutes behind, which is right on time because we started about 7 minutes late. So that said, I'd like to close out the meeting, pass it off to Noah to do that.
Thank you.
Votes.
You're right. Thank you,
Yes,
Justin.
votes.
I knew I forgot one thing. Before you close out the meeting, Noah, you can call who was doing votes, who won, thank you. And then you can lead directly into closing the meeting.
Perfect. Thank you. So for our Toastmasters, I'm sorry. Let's see. For our table topics, there we go. I knew it started with a T, I just couldn't. Okay, for our table topics, coming in first place, drum roll please, Preciosa. Good job. She had the best table topic speech. And coming in second place, drum roll please, Slate, our president. Good job. The Fairman, interesting. All right, well, thank you all for coming despite the circumstances. I know it's a tough week for everyone. Thank you, Kaylee. Thank you, Logan. It's always nice to see new faces, and I hope you all have an awesome rest of your guys' week. With that being said, this meeting has been adjourned. Have an awesome day.
Have a great week, guys.
Sweet. Thanks, everyone. Love today's meeting.
All right, it's just us officers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So oh sorry guys. Actually, Slade, I was just gonna mention if it's not too much trouble, you guys, would it be okay if I was planning to leave right now, because I was just hoping to get back to work on some intermediate two homework before I have to submit something tonight.
That would be perfectly fine, Scott. Thanks for letting me know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. Well, yeah, man. I appreciate that, and yeah, I know you mentioned yes, you wanted to speak with me about as far as with the treasurer role, but could that be another time if that's
no.
right?
Yeah, I think we'll set up a time for this weekend. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sounds great.
All right. Well, appreciate it. Well, good to see you guys.
Yep.
See you, Scott.
All right. So I think that meeting went pretty well. We met Logan. He heard it from the master calendar.
Master calendar. I'm a big fan of the master calendar.
I like it. But people looking to get involved.
Yeah. It's the only way to find out about anything going on campus, since there's not really that much posters or all that. So
hopefully Tori will join us soon. She finally responded in the officer group me about some progress on her graphics and promotions, which is awesome. She's still doing that, but she was absent this meeting. I assume it's just busy with some life and midterms, but great meeting. We have a full meeting next week, so that's going to be great.